Leo. It's your turn again. What in the world is going on over there? And how did you like the full moon in Leo on the 25th? That's what the question is that I have for all of you Leo sun signs. Did you feel anything different? Anything going on? We're still in the shadow, so feedback. Well, the moon cards don't want to shuffle for you. Let's try it again. Angels, ancestors, God spirits. What's going on for my Leo collective? I wasn't ready. For my Leo collective. I'm Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe, by the way. For those of you who are new to my channel. What's going on for the Leo collective? Who they might be dealing with. What's going on for Leo? There we go. Okay, so here we go. A new romantic cycle begins. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a new lover. It's about the energy. It's Libra energy. And a new moon is a time when you can manifest new things. A new romantic cycle. Romance can be had in relationships other than romance. You and your friend can have romantic dates. Doesn't necessarily mean you're sexual partners. But a new romantic cycle is something that you enjoy thoroughly. You can romance yourself. But it is about relationships and manifesting new relationships in your life. Be bold and make the first move with the cardinal moon. So this may be about relationship and romance for you. Be bold and make the first move. You're Leo. You should have this mastered on how it is that you find your confidence within to go forward and create new things. The thing about Leo is if they're in their shadow, they can be egotistical. Hopefully, if you're on here, you're already grown out of that. We'll see wherever Leo is in your chart. We'll see what your scenario is when we pull the energy. For Leo, where's this going? Angels, ancestors, God spirit. What does Leo need to know? Also, that's the cardinal moon. Cardinals can go, cardinal energy can go back and forth. You know, they can lead or they can not lead. They're really good at wearing more than one hat. So most likely, if you're bold and confident, well, you do fine single, but you do fine in a relationship too. A new romantic cycle begins. So the transition for you going from single to relationship, or going from doing something individually if it's about work into relationship and actually enjoying being in that partnership, can be a struggle for you sometimes. This says the answers are within. So if you're struggling with that polarity there, time to look on the inside, see what it is. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. I just did a private reading that I sent out a minute ago for that very thing. They had the same card. So move these moon cards out of the way. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Speaking of meat and potatoes, having meatloaf tonight. I haven't made that in a long time. So I'm a little excited about making that. Something about meatloaf. I tell people all the time I adopted what I coined the meatloaf method. If you're feeling some kind of way towards somebody, that passionate Leo energy you're familiar with. And it makes you just want to go straight into it. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I guess because I'm talking about meatloaf. But it's a good piece of advice. So I adopted what I call the meatloaf method. Meatloaf sang a song where he says, "Let me sleep on it." So if you ever get upset with somebody, make sure before you say anything, don't just jump the gun. Adopt the meatloaf method. Sleep on it. Give it 24 hours. And if you still feel the same way after 24 hours, talk about it. But I guarantee you, you'll come at it different if you process your emotions for 24 hours. All right, here's Capricorn energy, the devil, and Eight of Cups, walking away. That's over here to the side for some reason. We shall see how the reading goes to find out any different. I like to go with the way it goes. So if a new romantic cycle is beginning, you're being directed to look within. You're also being directed to be bold and make a first move. So what this is saying to me is before you can go into a new romantic cycle, before you make the first move, and the fact that I just came up with the meatloaf method, let me sleep on it. Beneath the surface lies great bounty, and the answers are within, says with the devil here and the walking away card. That's the card I call the walk away Joe. He was a walk away Joe, born to be a believer. Tell your father where to go, destined to deceive her. He's the wrong kind of paradise. Who sang that song? Is that Jody Messina? I don't remember. Somebody put it in the comments. I'm doing cards, so I can't remember. But somebody sang that song, Walk Away Joe. Are you a walk away Joe, Leo? Or are you dealing with one? Capricorn? Or is that a habit you have? I used to have a habit of 1 foot out the door. If you want a new romantic cycle, you got to make sure you closed out the old one. So beneath the surface lies great bounty, and the answers are within. Why are you always walking away from things? Do you walk away or do you run? The devil's here, but he's in the upright. He sure is making love to this man that's over here in this garden. Devil is a toxic attachment. And we love and think very sexy are the toxic things in our lives. With this being said, I just get this feeling and here's why I get this, okay? I intuitively read cards, guys. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. This is one of the only cards that has this dragon in the card. Notice the dragon in this devil card. This dragon is really focused on money and possessions. This dragon is whispering. Oh, this is a female. This dragon is whispering in this lady's ear. This Capricorn's ear. Notice the direction that the faces are looking in these depictions of this card. They're both like this. Their backs turned. So I'm definitely seeing a bit of a pattern here with my intuition that we need to be looking at why we adopt the habit or the fact that we might have one foot out the door, or we're a walk away Joe kind of person. And are we always looking for the next romantic cycle? It's a good question. So let's look at the reading and see what it says about that. That's crossing. Okay. There's the story. That makes sense. All right, Leo. Not very happy, not fulfilled at all in the current energy. In the recent past, somebody thought seriously about taking a leap of faith. Where was it headed? Toward the thought of being happy. It was the thought that counted, right? The intentions were good, but somebody was really, really stubborn. Yep. This Emperor energy, this Aries energy, this confident single energy is almost to the point now of deciding that they do not want to keep doing it alone and they're wanting to head toward a relationship. But there's a halt here. There's a stop. They've figured out they're not happy. Not happy at all. There's a dream and a hope of being able to stand on their own in a single way as an emperor, Aries energy. By the way, Gemini's here twice. Aries is here. Cancer is here. Capricorn's here. Possible Pisces and Scorpio. Libra. But yeah. So there was a habit of always running away from my ears ringing. So yeah, running away. So whichever Leo I'm talking to, either you or the person you've been dealing with is a runner. You might be dealing with an Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, or Libra, or Gemini. But I'm here to tell you right now, in the recent past, action wasn't taken. And it's probably a good thing that it wasn't. There's a fear that if you do take that action, that you're gonna be left out. Because every single time that you did it in the past, you got hurt. You ended up being the one felt like they were left behind or whatever. In the near future, there's a Ten of Swords here, but it's a different type of Ten of Swords. In this deck, this Ten of Swords, this one is emotional drowning. Somebody else's emotions drowns this person. Sometimes it's your own emotion that drowns you. The fact that you're so emotional that it bogs you down and you can't take action. It affects your manifestations. This Magician card is in the reverse. It's unable to manifest new things. Not wanting to. Can't see the vision of it because the emotions are too high. The pain from that Ten of Swords will complete a cycle and push you into it. It becomes a catalyst to make new things happen. But there's a standstill or a stall here because there's something that needs to be looked at. And it's right here as a hint at it. It's the Seven of Swords. It's pain that was left behind. This guy is carrying swords with him off to another direction. This guy is headed straight over here toward the new while he's looking back at this outer energy of a decision not made previously. I'm going to clarify that. But that very thing that is holding it up is stopping the progression forward. This advancement in travel is not happening here. There's a block in receiving love, and there's an air of laziness about it, and not looking at that pain here individually. There's a desire to work with someone or something, but no action being taken. And there's a lot of poor, pitiful me, and it's blocking the cycle from ending. This world is in reverse. So we got to get some advice, Leo. If it's you or the person you're dealing with that needs to figure out how to handle this block that they've got. I think it's interesting that this read pulled out your block ahead of time before it told me what was going on. I see the goal. You want a new romantic cycle because you want progression in your life. But let's see. He was a walk-away Joe, born to be a believer. Tell your father where to go. Destined to deceive her, he's the wrong kind of paradise. She's gonna know it in a matter of time. That boy's just a walk-away Joe. He was a walk-away Joe. Spirit, why is the Fool in reverse for Leo in the recent past? One person was given more than the other person. Why? Somebody here didn't want the other person to move forward or to move on or move somewhere. They didn't want to leave. They didn't want to travel. And it broke somebody's heart. So there was an imbalance of agreement about a move or something. In other words, one person wanted to go somewhere and the other person didn't. Show me the Ten of Cups reversed in the current energy. Why are we here with the Ten of Cups reversed now? Oh, now you're waking up and realizing that there's no happiness where you're at. Why is the Emperor where it's at? What's the stubbornness about? Whew. Someone single-handedly, single-mindedly doesn't have the money or stability, is involved in a lot of conflict or inner conflict, trying to get over recent past hurts, Ten of Swords, pain, or engulfed in emotions over not taking an opportunity to work with someone. Show me that Ten of Swords in the near future. That emotional block is stopping the world from turning. It's time to make a judgment call. You're coming to a crossroads because of that. Show me the Magician in reverse. Yep. Going real slow. Coming in as a Knight. While the Knight of Pentacles is dependable, and he will show up eventually, it takes him forever. Slow mover. But it's moving so slow, it's blocking manifestations of new things. It's almost like there is a push and a feel of needing to go forward quicker. There's a rush. There's a passion here. Leos want to move pretty fast. The block is the slow movement and lack of movement in the past. Now somebody's kicking themselves. Show me this Seven of Swords. Somebody's lying and deceiving themselves about being happy single and having their fulfillment. Actually pretty miserable being by themselves. And they're not listening to their intuition about something. Show me this Two of Wands reversed. Because the decision wasn't made in the recent past, their new energy that comes in is going to create an anxiety. This is going to be the catalyst of change. It's going to create a position where someone is going to have to look and balance their fire, earth, water, and air energy. Balance their thoughts, their emotions, their passion, and everything in order for the wheel to turn. How does one do that, Spirit? Unless you know the energy that's coming in from the outside, it's hard for you to adjust that. Well, number one, you're going to have to get up off your tailbone. Because where I sat over here, we were in the same position here. There's a bit of laziness here. A little bit of resting on your laurels and not taking initiative. What's the other opportunity? This girl's got a blindfold on and it's at a crossroads. It's pointing at the judgment. Making a judgment call and not waiting around. Yes. This is the truth about it. Or it has something to do with a Libra. But you know the truth. And there's just a dragging behind delay. Why is the delay here? Why is this Chariot reversed? Why do we keep delaying? What can we do to stop that? Advice to help with this delay. This one, be bold, make the first move. It doesn't have to be big stuff. Leo, you're going to have to come at things with a childlike mind. You don't know everything. You're going to have to take a different look at it. Page of Cups, all right? That's an offer of care or love or emotion. Get in touch with those emotions. You're at a crossroad here. It's time to make a judgment call. And it's time to get up and move quickly because you've run out of money and resources. You've juggled long enough. You've already done this, not taken action, and it's not brought you to a place of peace. You clearly don't have any support here, and the not walking away has created a place of stagnancy, pure stagnancy. This King of Cups is reversed. It's likely now you're just blocking off emotion and everything for it. There is a water sign or a fire sign or somebody with a lot of emotions and a lot of passion that is waiting to hear from someone here. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, though, they're not coming after you. They're waiting on that. So it's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aries, Leo, Sag that is waiting on someone else. You might be dealing with another one of those. If you're a cross watcher, you could be. I've read this. I've told you the signs. Who's here? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Not Aquarius. I don't see Aquarius. I see Gemini and I see Libra. I see Cancer, Scorpio, and I see Capricorn. There's a possibility of a Pisces, but I feel like that's energy. You put them where you think they need to go. Every time in the past, Leo, you've done it, it's left you in this place. So be bold and make the first move. It's time to look at the pain and to understand that not everything's the same. Everything changes. Everything changes. Everything changes. So does everybody else. And maybe this time, heal the things that you walk away from. Look at the pain. You can't run from it or you're going to repeat a cycle of the same thing again. If you follow the advice here, the communication increases. That's all it's going to tell us. It's about the communication. There's not going to be a party, but there'll be communication. There'll be a period here of you're going to go up about 3 weeks to 3 months after communication comes in before the new choice is presented. Yeah. You'll receive a message and all the opportunities will bust loose. So you're looking at 3 weeks to 3 months. Could be in the month of July or August that you'll see more. You'll probably get a little bit of communication in April, but July to August I see here our timing. I don't know why I felt necessary for you to see the timing, but that's what you're looking at, Leo, for whatever it is you're trying to do here, because you're at a stall point. You're not going to be able to move until that is dealt with. And if you don't deal with that, if this is you, if it's somebody you're dealing with, then it's at a stall. You're at a standstill. There was one Leo reading where somebody was getting ready to move and go somewhere and they needed to pack light. But now we've run into a problem. Now we're not going anywhere because we haven't fixed something from the past. We haven't taken care of that pain. We've been lazy about it. Yep, right here it sits. We've avoided all conflict at all costs, and that's put us in this Eight of Swords. Now we're trapped. We did not invest the time. We did not look at the truth. There was no investments in new ideas. And here Leo is trying to tame the lion. And we're losing grip. We can't even maintain at this point. And we're sitting here waiting on somebody else to do it. So, somebody in this scenario is waiting on somebody else to move, and we are stalled out when a new romantic cycle is supposed to begin. So it's time to look within so that we can move forward. So, anyway, Leo, that's your read. I hope you take my advice, or the person you're dealing with does, and we can kind of get this going. Until then, we're literally looking at a little bit of movement in April, or we may be stalled till June, July, or August. More likely July or August here, for whatever this action is that's wanting to be taken. So the sooner we create balance here, perhaps it's time to look at why there was a run from every partnership or relationship in the past. Let's do real quick. I'll get some animal oracle advice because I like to do that for every time I do a reading here. Real quick for Leo. Animal oracle advice for Leo. Advice for Leo for their highest spiritual enlightenment and good within this scenario. What can Leo do? Angels, ancestors, God, spirit. For Leo. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. It doesn't mean that all good things are going to come to you. You have to be willing to do so. So your Queen of Cups has got to be in the upright. Right now it's been coming in the reverse. That means you're not open to it. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. And you might want to look out for owls. Ladybugs and owls. Owls and ladybugs. Anyway, Leo, I hope this helped. Please like, share, and subscribe. There'll be a link down here for you to click on to take you straight to my page. All those likes help me move up. And pretty soon, I'll get up to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. Until next time, Leo, love and light. Mwah.